these wells go out?
How far they go out?
Right.
What you have, it just depends on the acreage there, but you usually go about 6,000 to 7,000 feet down. Then you go about, it varies. It can go about 3,000 feet. That's why they need a lot of acreage. And when you look at the acreage, they're not just, it's not 100 acres anymore. They have to get a big pool of acreage on one site before they can go. And then when they drill down, then they go horizontal. They kind of like spur it out like a pitchfork, and they go in certain sections of the property so that they can do the proper hydrofracking. What they're doing is just trying to break down the rock in there, the shale, and get as much of the reserves they can on that property. Yes, sir.
Well, if you don't sign a lease, how do you know that they're not going in there and taking everything out from underneath your property?
They're required in a permit plan of the state of Ohio where to go, and that's why we have the state worker out there. Because in these, and I've had an opportunity to go to one of these drill sites. I mean, it's not your old little drill rig anymore. It's a big rig, and it's computer generated. You can see where the bore in the computer screen where that drill bit's going, and they have to have records of where each part of that prong ends. They have to. That's required by under the Ohio Revised Code, under the law, required where they drill. Our eyes are there. There's reports driven on the whole process, and then they are documented and accessible then also. Any other question? Yes, sir.
One last one. With the all-encompassing nature of the way that these energy companies want to lease land in Ohio, literally they would lease the whole state if they could. But in the end, do you have any sense of the density of drilling? Is it going to be 25% of the area leased, or is there any
It depends on that, if landowners want to sign their leases. There's landowner groups who are negotiating right now, tracts of land, and they come partner together, and there's some that are up to 8,000 acres right now, 10,000 acres. I've spoke to a lot of these groups, and that's where a lot of these shale meetings have come across, educating landowners and people like that. I expect you're going to see Eastern Ohio, a lot of that land leased up. If the wells keep on coming into production like we're hearing, if you own land near one of those wells, you're a rich man. The thing about it is, in that process is, do you wait? And I tell landowners, I said, you're kind of holding your cards here. And do I wait for a higher price and they get to me, or all of a sudden we get one bad well? Then what do you have? So sometimes it's good to lease, but I tell landowners and everyone else, get a good attorney that deals with oil and gas leases. You've got to make sure you do that, because in the process is, they are your process of building yourself a lease, because it's a long-term marriage with an oil company, and you want to know where each other stands. So getting an attorney, or any company owns land, get your attorney on board and get this process of negotiating. And then, some of the people are getting into those landowner association where they get a law firm who is negotiating on behalf of a group of acres there. So, folks, I'm seeing a lot. I'm already hearing leases that are going out there in Crawford County, and so the leases and what you're doing, you're getting a lot of land speculators leasing, trying to get good deals in that area, hoping to get it low and then sell it to the big companies. So you're starting to hear a little bit about that too. So anything else before I'll stay around too, also to answer questions or whatever you need me to do. I work for you.